So that guy, the owner, Jim, he could have retired. He doesn't have to do this. He does this because he truly believes in the trades. He truly believes in the next generation of automotive technicians. And he also wants you guys to have a fantastic experience while you're in Wyoming, while you're at WyoTech. You see the parking lot that the Mustang was doing burnouts in? When I was up there talking to the teachers, they block off that whole parking lot, set up road cones, and set up ASCCA rallycross events. There's 70 acres right across from the school they're buying. They're looking for fun stuff to do with that. What do you guys think they should do with 70 acres for an automotive trade school? What could they build out there?
I have ideas.
Yeah. Huh?
Demo Derby? We haven't heard that one yet. That's pretty rad.
Demolition Derby, that's right. There you go. He wants to build a place because this school does feature a lot of heavy machinery repair. So he wants the students to fix the heavy machinery and go out there and move dirt. Actually see if it works. Learn how to drive a tractor. And then while they're at it, maybe they could build a dirt bike track. They're talking about putting in a quarter-mile track. I'm floating out there and I'm begging them to put in a drift course. Because it doesn't take up a lot of room and everybody likes drifting. Who here is drifting? Likes drifting?
Who here would want to drift if they had the opportunity?
Yeah, you fix the car and you take it out there, right? Quarter mile, you go out there, you tune a car, and then you run it. And here's the unique thing. Whose cars do you think you're building there at WyoTech? Yours. Every student has 2 parking spots on campus. You have one for your daily driver and one for your project car. I don't know any other school that's going to let you bring some broken down car, park it on their parking lot, and work on it for free. So WyoTech is super, super focused on projects. If you don't have a project car, they'll supply you with one. But if you bring your project car, you get to work on your car at WyoTech. Okay? And the reason they're able to do this is because there's 15 students for every teacher. It's 15-to-1 student-teacher ratio. They're not going to go any more than that. So I think there's, 24 students in this class? How many of you guys have a class with 30-plus students in it? Right? 30-plus students? How much time can the teacher really spend on each individual student? Not a lot. So, which kind of stinks, right? The nice thing is with this program, if you have a student that is just kicking butt and they know what they're doing, they've been in a car family, they've taken years and years of shop, they step into class, there's benchmarks they have to hit. They're called competencies. You go through and you hit those competencies, boom, 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 and you move on and you start on your project. Depending on the class you're taking, your project might be building a tube frame for a buggy. It might be building a roll cage for your car. It might be painting your car, building a custom interior for your car, building an engine for your car. It all depends on what classes you're taking, but you get to build your own project. We pay for all your metal, all your welding supplies, all your paint. You pay for the mechanical parts, right? Your engine, your alternator, anything like that, but you get it at cost. So you get it all wholesale pricing. So probably 40, 50% off would be my guess. So we really want to inspire you guys to work on your own projects because what do you guys care more about? Some broken car you're going to tear apart and put back together 50 times, or building your own hot rod? I care more about building my own hot rod, my own rock crawler, right? My own go-kart. So the 15-to-1 really, really offers you that. And then here's the flip side. If you're a student that doesn't know which end of the screwdriver to hold, which, I mean, there's at least one of you in here. Who is it? Where are they at? Yeah, there you go. That teacher is able to spend time with that student. That teacher is able to help you get up to speed. You're still going to get to work on your project. It just might take a little longer. But it's designed for everybody. When you have 40 students, you just have to pick somewhere and go with it, right? This is the speed we're going to go. And you get a lot of students that are really bored because they know everything, and you get a lot of students that are falling behind because they don't get the personal attention. You get the personal attention here at WyoTech.
How big were your classes at the community college right here?
We capped them at 24, but I usually let 30 in because a bunch of people dropped out because the graduation rate at the community college is somewhere between 20 and 40%.
So you could always count on people just not showing up for class.
Not showing up, just dropping out. Graduation rate at WyoTech, 85%.
What's the acceptance rate? What's the tuition?
Okay, tuition I'll talk about towards the end, right? I'm gonna click through it because I want to show you guys some of that stuff. The acceptance rate is graduate high school, you'll talk to Steele because he's in your area. I'll be moving to Phoenix. But you talk to Steele, if you're a good fit, you get it.
But if they only take
15
15 students.
students per teacher per class.
How many teachers are there?
How many teachers are there?
Well, the capacity of the school is 650. So you just basically divide that, and that's how many teachers we have.
So
I'm gonna let you do the math. You're smarter than me, I'm sure.
They will eventually run out of capacity, but that doesn't mean you don't get in. That just means you're waitlisted for 3 to 6 months. 3 to 9 months, depending on. Right now, they're not at capacity, so there's plenty of openings right now. Next summer, I don't know. So our goal is to offer the spots to the students until we're full, and then we will find a home for you if you need to get there. Okay? If this is what you want to do. And the reason we have an 85% acceptance or graduation rate is because we talk to the students, we find out, are they a right fit for the school? Is the school a right fit for them? If you go for 2 months, hate it, and drop out, that doesn't do anybody any good. Okay? We're not a school that's just out to get every student we can possibly find. We want the right student. And we want the students that we're right for. Okay? So it's kind of a different mindset. Like I said, the owner could have retired. He wants to do this because he loves it. So I threw this up there. We need the next generation to come in and start working. Real bad. All right? Who knows what a baby boomer is? A boomer? Yeah, you guys all know what that is?
Boomer.
They're retired or retiring. Okay? Their generation was the generation that was told, go get a job, stay in that job for 40 years and retire. Okay? That's not really what we have as a culture anymore. So not a lot of people are going into the trade, which means there is a lot of unfilled positions as automotive technicians, welders, fabricators, diesel techs. Diesel techs are huge. Anybody that wants to work on a semi-truck or a tractor, you will have a job, period. There we go. So Laramie, Wyoming. It snows. Is anybody in here afraid of snow? No? Perfect. It snows. It gets cold. They also have just the most incredible summers. It's up high in the Rocky Mountains. Who knows what Chico is? Where Chico is? Has anybody been to Chico? No? Okay. Well, juniors and seniors usually they all raise their hand. This is kind of a Chico-esque town in that there's Wyotech, there's a community college, and there's the University of Wyoming. It's all in Laramie. Outside of Laramie, there's not a whole lot other than wildlife and open land to kind of go do what you want. Denver's an hour and a half away. So it really is similar to Chico. It's a college town. 40% of the population is 18 to 25?
Yep.
40% of the population is 18 to 25, which means there's a very good college culture there. So even though you're in a trade school, you're still in a college town, so you still get the college experience, which I think would be really important to me. I don't know if that's important to you, but you have sporting events. University of Wyoming football is a religion there. Game days, you're going to hear about the game. Hopefully you'll get to go to the game. Again, right outside of town, you have hunting, fishing, mountain biking. You have snowmobiling. I'm not a big hunter, I'm a big fisherman, so I would love it. I'm going to go up there this summer and try and see if I can't catch some trout. And yeah, the other nice thing is that with that college,
Oh, no, go ahead and finish.
With the college experience that you get is we have dorms on campus, so you don't have to like run around and try and find your own house. And you're going to be living with like-minded people that are there for the same reason. But then again, you can also go right down to the University of Wyoming.
So you went to a technical college.
Yep.
Did you go to one that you could commute to?
I actually moved out of state because the school that I went to didn't have a location here. So I actually moved to Phoenix to go to school. And I thought it was going to be great. My issue was that it was in the middle of the suburbs. So I had to find my own house to live in, which I did, which was 20 minutes of school. It was 45 minutes to work. It was an hour to the closest college. It was fun, but it wasn't. I think I would have enjoyed this experience a lot.
Do you think that there was any advantage to you moving away from home? I mean, why did you choose to move away from home? I mean, obviously the school you wanted to go to wasn't there, but was there a positive part of you moving away from home?
Yeah. So moving away from home, it's a growing experience. It's a learning experience. Okay. So if you're going to move away from home, you need to go somewhere that kind of speaks to you. I think that's really important. So if you hate the snow and you hate the outdoors and you just don't want to do that, or but if you're really into that and you really are interested in a trade school, moving away from home, like I said, is one of the greatest growing experiences you can have. The nice thing about this is you're moving away from home for 9 months, maybe a year if you choose to. But you can be in and out of school in 9 months. So yeah, you're moving away from home, but it's not even long enough for you to get homesick. You'll be back in 9 months.
So the program's only 9 months? How many hours a day you go to school?
You go to school from 7 o'clock in the morning till 4:20 in the afternoon. So it's 8 hours and 20 minutes. a day, 5 days a week, for 9 months, and then you're done.
I have to study English for 8 hours a day?
No English, no math, no science, no history. Yeah.
How many classes would you be taking a day? Is it just one class that you
One class. You're saturated. You get in there, you get good at something, you get to know it, and then you move on to the next thing. You don't just sit in one class for 2 hours and then bounce to something else. How much, you're there for 8 hours a day. How much homework do we expect you to do? Little to none. Little to none. I would say none, but you could always study if you want. Okay? So there's no homework. We teach you what we need to teach you. And the reason we do it this way is because it's hands-on, 75% lab time. If you're in a classroom 25% of the time, you're working on something in your hands 75% of the time. Okay? You guys want to see some of the programs we offer?